this is gonna be one long video. Because we're covering the story of both games! I was originally gonna split this up into 2 different videos, mainly because the setup I had at the time could only handle 2, but fuck it, I want to get this series done, so let's go! Yeah, I guess. So, anyway, let's begin. My forehead is really big here. But it's just as big over here, but I use my long hair to cover it. Bit of a bald patch. Don't pull your hair out. Not even a minute in and I'm sidetracking. Well done, me. Well done. So, the story begins with the Master Emerald sitting in its shrine, when all of a sudden Chaos breaks free, destroys the Master Emerald because he's been sealed in it for who knows how fucking long by Tico, who we learn about through mini cutscenes. Long story short, she's a pacifist. All of her tribe wanted to take over the shrine. Chaos came out to protect it, killed everyone, became pissed off. Tico sealed him away, and then, yeah, that's how the plot begins. Before we even get to Sonic's at the actual beginning of the game, it's already convoluted. So anyway, so of course it destroys the Master Emerald, fucks off, apparently meets up with, gets found by Eggman. Eggman goes, hey, I'm gonna control you because I have a good idea of using super powerful creatures in order to get my goals done, because I created this super powerful robot but it got destroyed by Sonic, so, you know, robots aren't working out for me. I'll try monsters. Yeah. It worked out well for Dragon Ball Z using Majin Buu. Alright. I have no idea. So, of course, the game begins with Sonic wall jumping across buildings going, ah yeah, this is happening! With no context at all. Absolutely no fucking context. Just, oh yeah, this is happening! I'm finally in 3D! Suck it, Mario! Oh wait, he done it first. Oh, I'm gonna have a fucking convoluted story to make up for it. Yeah, and so he does. So he sees policemen in a little corner surrounding this water monster, which will later become hentai. Yeah. So, of course he goes, before he goes down, we see the cops try to shoot at him, at Chaos. Chaos is fucking water, so it has no use. It's no use! I'm in a really good mood, I have no idea why. Probably because I get to make YouTube videos after not making them for a while, and I find it really entertaining. So, anyway, because it was no use, what the lead officer, or the chief, or the sheriff, or what the fuck you want to call him, decides to tell all of the other cops to fall back and moonwalks through a car door. No joke, watched the cutscene, he moonwalks through the car door. Hey, it's 4 minutes and we're still at the beginning cutscene. So, yeah, of course Sonic comes in, beats Chaos up, Chaos retreats, and then next day Sonic's sunbathing, and then Tails goes and crashes into the shore, and Sonic's like, oh Tails, what am I gonna do with you? Even though in the next cutscene he says Tails never crashes. So why were you saying it so casually? It's like the first episode of Sonic Boom. Help, I'm drowning. Yeah. So, Tails. So yeah, you rescue Tails. You both go into his workshop because he's fitting a Chaos Emerald into one of his machines. Well, the tornado, that's it. And of course you meet up with Eggman, who we find out is actually called Dr. Robotnik. Well, for the Japanese, meanwhile we find out that Eggman is just a fucking insult which Eggman adopts. Probably because he couldn't be bothered to keep correcting him then, because he's turned into such a terrible villain lately. I'm gonna team up with my younger self, even though he knows exactly the same as I do, and even less. And he hasn't even built Metal Sonic yet, which means he doesn't have much technical knowledge. So clever. 300 IQ, everyone. Anyway, so, yeah. Getting back to SA1 and not Generations. So, yeah. Why are you looking at me, Jasper? Why are you looking at me? I really got to just get on with this because I'm just wasting all of your time right now. So, I wouldn't be surprised if you clicked off the video. Alright, back to the story at last. So, Sonic and Tails beat him up, and then, yeah. Yeah, he gets the Chaos Emerald through him acting like he's been defeated, and then chucks it into Chaos, and then that's when Sonic and Tails' plot just becomes collect the Chaos Emeralds in order to stop Chaos from eating them first. Which is so simple, but it's so effective, because each time Sonic and Tails fuck up, just like the ending of CD. No. Well, technically that would be canon because Generations and, well, Sonic 4 had it too, but that's deemed uncanon. But let's be honest, when the game was created, it was made to be canon, so you know. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, you have to. So yeah, now back to Knuckles. So after the Master Emerald's been destroyed and Angel Island has fallen to ground, you find out that it's much smaller than in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Look, I really got to stop with that, but seriously though, the island's so tiny in comparison to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like seriously. So next is just, yeah, it's just, yeah, so Knuckles is going around searching for the Master Emerald shards when he sees Eggman going into a little room. Then he encounters him. He fights Chaos, and even though he's seen that Eggman is using a giant Chaos Emerald eating fucking monster, he still gets tricked. He still gets tricked. I don't know whether or not, I don't know which is true. Well, I don't know which is worse. Well, modern Knuckles is as gullible as Boom Knuckles is stupid. Because even though Boom Knuckles is so stupid, he's not gonna fall for one of Eggman's shit. He's just not. Fair enough in the first game because, well, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because you've never met him before, but in SA1 when you've been fighting him for, well, when you know he's a bad guy, and you still get tricked, even when he has a giant gelatinous monster made of Chaos Emeralds, then you know. Yeah. And you even recognise that it's the thing which destroyed the Master Emerald. Yeah. So anyway, Knuckles just goes off searching for the Master Emerald shards, and then him and Sonic beat up Chaos 6 at the end of that, so yeah. So next is Amy. Well, before then, so of course later on in the story, Tails and Sonic just go on the tornado, have a little shootout with the egg fleet, I think. Yeah, the egg fleet, no, the egg carrier, that's it. The egg fleet is heroes. So, yeah, so the egg carrier does a giant cannon which shoots them out of the sky. Tails and Sonic carry on looking for the Chaos Emeralds. No big deal. So, but Sonic meets up with Amy, who's found this tiny little bird who's lost its, which is being chased by this fucking trash can of, did I seriously just say trash can? This bin of a robot. Just this green, mucky bin of a robot, which is apparently hammer-proof. Okay. Ah, stupid screen. I better hurry this up, so, anyway. Yeah. So yeah, Amy is just faffing about, like, hey, let's go into Twinkle Park! Or in Amy's perspective, Sonic runs off into Twinkle Park. But let's be honest, we all know what really happened. Amy was like, I'm with Sonic, and there's this amusement park which I can get into free. And of course she's a teenager, and amusement parks are fucking fun. Yeah, even when you're an adult, they're still fucking fun. Especially round here where they only come once a year. So yeah. So of course she rushes in, Sonic goes in after her, but instead of running right after her, what does he do first? Bumper cars! Literally Sonic's stage begins with fucking bumper cars. Sonic! Way to give no fucking shit! Oh, Amy's in danger, being chased by this giant robot. Let's ride some bumper cars! Alright, I'd better get on with it. So yeah, she gets captured, Sonic chases after her, sees her get carried into there, and then meets up with Tails, and they go off and go to fight Chaos and Eggman. Just normal plot. Now it's on to Omega. Not Omega, Gamma. Why do I confuse them? Why? One is emotional and one is a Terminator. How can I confuse that? Anyway, let's go on to Gamma's story. So, he's created sometime late in the plot, and he's going into little testing chamber, does a little test, capture Froggy because he's eating Chaos's tail and one Chaos Emerald, but really it's just another fetch quest which needs you to do 4 fucking stages and a boss fight, and you don't even get the reward for it. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. Then you go into Little Duty, where if we were robots, it would turn the game into an instant 18+. Basically, Gamma is what goes into the wrong, I hope I'm saying that right because feel of a speech impediment. Anyway, he goes into the wrong door, and then he sees he sees Beta being torn apart, and parts of him being attached. Imagine how horrifying that would look if that was a human. Like, seeing someone being dissected and other body parts being put into them. If SA1 was being shown in the Terminator universe, they would be watching all the cutscenes and like, alright, oh shit! Run out the cinema! Run away! It was horrified the Terminators. Anyway, so after seeing that fucked up shit, it has clearly fucked him up in the head. At least making him not value Eggman's obedience, because he just lets Amy go, and then he decides Eggman is terrible for tearing apart my friends, I must save them. But because he's seen the most horrifying shit ever, for him at least, well, for robots, they probably wouldn't care if they saw us being torn apart, because, you know, we're not robots. But, you know, after seeing the most terrifying shit you can imagine if you're a robot, he is clearly fucked in the head. So when he goes to save his friends, because he's fucked in the head, save means fucking blow them up. I'm gonna save you from this evil man's control. Oh, thank you, buddy. You're welcome. Yeah. Anyway. So, you know what, I'm gonna make this 2 videos just because it's so fucking long. So, yeah. Of course, before all that, there's just a fight with Sonic and Gamma. Amy gets in the way, saves him. That's where the subplot of, hey, this bird is looking for its parents. Back to the ship which just crashed because Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah. So, well, after the little fight with Chaos, well, before we get to that, I should probably cover Big the Cat. He's chasing a fucking frog. He gets it back out of Chaos. That's big story. Now on with the rest of the story. So Sonic goes off chasing Eggman for the final boss. So Knuckles has found all of the Master Emerald shards, so he's just fucked right off back to Angel Island to put the Master Emerald back together. And then Amy goes back onto the egg carrier. Gamma goes back onto the egg carrier. Yeah, well, before that, Gamma goes off, blows up his friends, goes back onto the egg carrier, sees Beta is turned into this super overpowered shit which you need to defeat. Yeah, so of course he blows up Beta, but before Beta dies, Beta shoots Gamma, so they both end up blowing up. Somehow the birds inside are safe. How the fuck does that work? Yeah, but it turns out that the 2 birds which were inside Gamma and Beta are the birds' parents. So of course when Amy goes back onto the egg carrier, it's like, oh look, it's the cute little birds, they're reunited. And then this fucking trash can robot fucking shoots one of the birds! No! Fucking dickhead! Like, not only have you been chased by this fucking robot who is apparently invulnerable for all of Amy's story, he has the audacity to shoot a fucking animal. So, quite rightly so, Amy gets pissed off and starts hammering the shit out of him. There's lightning gates so she can't run away, but that works against the trash can robot, who has this little button button on the top of his head which you smash, and then yeah, he dies. Amy says that she's gonna earn Sonic's respect, but then in the next game she's so fucking useless that she doesn't even have her fucking hammer. And when Eggman and Tails and are just waiting awkwardly for Sonic to hurry the fuck up into the little room, because apparently hurry up or they will die. I thought he was meant to be the fastest thing alive. You've known him for years. Does anyone have anything to talk about? Tails? Anything about machines? Anyway, let's get back to SA1. So, yeah. SA1 is just really, yeah. Well, it's a really good game and it has the far better plot in my opinion, but I should really... Alright, I've missed out a little bit. So Tails, that's the one I've missed. So Tails takes Amy back for her subplot to finish with the bird's parents being found out. Yeah, where he goes and stops Eggman from activating a nuke, destroys Eggman's robot, then Eggman retreats ready for Sonic to go end the game. End the story. Yeah. Now for the final story in SA1. Yeah. So of course, it turns out Chaos isn't dead. He overpowers the Eggman and Knuckles, gets and fucks them right over. Yeah, and gets all the Chaos Emeralds and turns into a giant hentai monster, which you see in the opening, by the way, where miraculously no one dies. Bullshit, they all fucking die. Like, there's no way to survive that unless you're at the very top of the buildings, but there was no one at the top of the buildings. All the streets were evacuated, but let's be honest, they went into the buildings. We see the water going through the glass. They all drown inside the buildings. Everyone's dead. That's why we don't see NPCs in SA2. Well, apart from that one cutscene, but that's a different city. I bet if I could stop with that. So Sonic sees this premonition where we find out where time doesn't actually stop while they're doing it, because you see Tails is just like, Sonic. Like literally the cutscene, the little flashback thing ends with Tails just looking at Sonic like, well, maybe not making the sound, but you know. So imagine how the characters are feeling like. Also that explains why it goes from day to night when they have them. So, anyway, let's hurry up with this. So, yeah, so of course Sonic goes Super Saiyan using the positive energy of the Chaos Emeralds, because Chaos can only use the negative energy because he's a bad guy and there needs to be a way for Super Sonic to appear. So of course Super Sonic goes off, destroys everything, well, destroys perfect Chaos. Chaos becomes good because he's had the bad kicked out of him, beaten out of him. Yeah, he becomes good, looks after Chow. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, never mind. And of course Tails goes, it's all well, it ends well. And there's just this flooded city with presumably thousands of people dead. Yep, it's all well, it ends well. You might as well, it might as well have just the nuke going off. The nuke just went off. It wouldn't end the fucking game either way. The only thing it would change is Tails dying, but he has nothing to do with the climax. Anyway. So, yeah. SA1 story. Bit of a clusterfuck. Yeah. Hey, the cutscenes are about an hour long all put together, and even with my sidetracking and randomness, it's still under half an hour, so compressed and in semi-chronological order. If I were to do a cutscene compilation, which I probably won't now that Sonic Nation's done it, then I would put them into chronological order, just because everyone does them in story order. So, yeah. Anyway, goodbye Sonic Cutters! Don't let the believers get you, or they'll make you miss the next video, which is about the plot hole ridden plot of SA2. I can't wait for this to begin.